Oh man, thank you so much. Thank you. Hello, welcome back. Welcome to the Global Show. I'm your host, Dave Benson, and it's Monday. And what a treat we have in for you today. We've got amazing guests, a whole new episode of this show, and, well, me with the same hairstyle. Tom did try a wig. Briefly, but after that Gerald Miller's hairpiece incident in the boxing ring, we thought, let's not take any unnecessary risks.
That is going to make the rounds on social media. That's like a cartoon.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Now, before we kick into the monologue, I was contacted today by the World Investigators. I made that up. There's no such thing as the World Investigators. Shh. Don't tell them. They raised one very important question, a question that has divided dance floors, confused DJs, and possibly ruined at least one wedding reception. Did the Scissor Sisters actually take your mama out? And let's just be clear, they didn't just say that they were taking her out. Oh, no. They said they were going to get her jacked up on some cheap champagne and let the good times roll. Firstly, cheap champagne. Are we talking Aldi or Costco specials? Because that's not even known as champagne. That's what we found near the battery aisle. It's kind of sparkling wine, guys. And what about Dad? Two randoms picking up your mother to get loaded while he sits there in his underpants watching Top Gear. I bet he's sitting there thinking, it's Tuesday, love. I thought it's fajitas tonight. And now, let's go on. Once they got her all jacked up, boosted to the max, did they then turn around and say, now I don't feel like dancing? Excuse me? What the heck, guys? She's jacked up. You did that. You can't just get her loaded on the Costco special and then emotionally withdraw when it suits you. That's not a night out. That's pure negligence. And yet, we all went along with it, blasting it out, proud that some randoms picked up mum, got her wasted, just to let her down. I guess it was the pure 2000s enthusiasm. So if we blindly accepted that, let's have a look at what we're blindly accepting this week. Let's kick into the monologue. So at the Winter Olympics, the breakout star is not an athlete. Oh no. It is chocolate lava cake. That's not a joke. Competitors are reportedly obsessed by it. These are people who train for 4 years measuring protein in grams, and they're being taken down by pudding. You dedicate your life to peak human performance, then lose focus because dessert is whispering your name. This is no longer performance-enhancing drugs. This is performance-enhancing fondant, and I honestly respect it. I've never won a medal, but I've lost control around molten chocolate. Speaking of the Winter Olympics, Snoop Dogg has been at the Games, not competing, just existing, which somehow feels kind of right for Snoop Dogg. They're athletes who've trained since childhood for 30 seconds of glory, and then Snoop shows up in a fur coat like he's judging a talent show. Imagine this, you're standing on the podium after the race of your life, and then you look up and Snoop Dogg is photobombing your national anthem. The International Olympic Committee said they want to attract younger viewers, so naturally they brought in a 54-year-old rapper. That's a strategy I can get behind. Meanwhile, in Connecticut, this is a great story. Firefighters rescued a swan trapped in a frozen river, and I love them for that. This is the most elegant emergency call ever. You have a fully suited firefighter sliding across the ice to rescue a bird whose entire personality is superiority. Swans don't panic, they judge. Somewhere in that moment, that swan was thinking, I used to symbolize grace. Now, I am content. Also, imagine writing the report. Cause of incident, too majestic for winter. Over in New York, authorities discovered hundreds of domesticated rats inside a condemned house. Hundreds. At this point, that's not a pet. That's a local government. There are so many rats that they've probably had zoning disputes. And the key word here is domesticated. So somewhere in that pile is a rat thinking, I pay rent for this. New York housing is so bad, even the rats are sharing space. Then, favourite story of the week, Tom. In Nevada, an escaped zebra shut down traffic. I'm going to repeat that for anyone who missed it. An escaped zebra shut down traffic. First of all, How do you lose a zebra? This is not a subtle animal. It looks like it escaped from a referee convention. Police were reportedly searching for it for hours. Hours! If you can't find something that looks like a walking QR code, maybe take the day off and imagine being stuck in traffic behind that. Nothing makes you question your life choices like sitting in a Honda Civic while a zebra jogs past your windshield. And finally, there is now a social network built only for AI bots. Humans are not allowed to participate. We can only observe. So basically, the internet without us running it. It's bots talking to bots about data patterns. And I give it 6 months before one of them becomes an influencer and sells protein powder to the others. Which would be ironic, because the only ones disciplined enough to resist the lava cake are the robots. Let's go to the YouTube news. A YouTuber decided it would be a great idea to sneak near Jeffrey Epstein's island and film it. Because apparently we've replaced investigative journalism with jet skis and a GoPro. This man looked at one of the most infamous locations in modern history and thought, you know what this needs? B-roll. And of course, he posted it. Because in 2026, if you commit a questionable decision and do not upload it, never happened. Then after uploading the footage, he claims mysterious black SUVs started parking outside his house. And I am not even surprised, not because it's true, but because this is the natural collision of two forces: internet clout and real-world consequences. We built a system where the reward for risky behavior is views, so eventually someone risks something that risks back. Yeah, it's probably monetized too. MrBeast went on to Hot Ones and reportedly drank more milk than anyone in the history of the show, which kind of feels correct because MrBeast doesn't participate in these things. He dominates. Most guests sip milk to survive the spicy wings. MrBeast treats it like a dairy acquisition strategy. At this point, if the wings were hotter, he'd have probably purchased the chicken farm. This is something incredible about watching a man compete against capsaicin like it's a business rival. Somewhere there's a statistic that reads most lactose consumed in the pursuit of content. And of course, he's number one. Of course he is. The actor who plays Blippi posted what people are calling a thirst trap video. And parents, well, they weren't ready for that. They logged in expecting educational content about construction vehicles. Instead, they got calendar energy. There's something deeply destabilizing about discovering the man who taught your child about colors also has abs. This is not the syllabus. You can prepare for phonics, you cannot prepare for that. During the Super Bowl, an influencer posted a video saying she was not watching the halftime show and lost 1,000 followers in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. That's how fast the internet turns on you. You can build a brand for years, but disrespect the halftime show, well, civilization responds. It is oddly reassuring that there's still lines we're not going to cross. Tom, I love the halftime show. Bad Bunny. Amelia de Moldenberg from Chicken Shop Date is now starring in a romantic comedy, which kind of makes perfect sense. She built an empire flirting awkwardly with celebrities next to deep fat fryers. That is an acting range in itself. Hollywood saw her interviewing Oscar winners in the takeaway shop and thought, yes, oh yes, leading lady. Forget drama school, just hold nuggets confidently. So look at the podcast news. A podcast host is facing backlash after introducing a paid subscription tier called Premium Laughs. Premium Laughs. Now that raises a fascinating question. Were the regular laughs defective? Were they beta laughs? Do we now live in a world where joy has a paywall? Somewhere there's a listener thinking, well, I already pay rent, groceries and streaming services. Now I have to finance humour. And you know what this really means? We've reached late stage capitalism. Even chuckling is behind a subscription model. Next week, someone is launching ad-free breathing. And honestly, someone's going to pay for it. Spotify is doubling down on video podcasts in the US, offering creators incentives to move towards on-camera formats because apparently audio was too peaceful. Podcasting used to be a safe place. Now every podcaster has to be considering lighting angles and jaw lines. Somewhere there's a historian with a brilliant show about medieval trade routes thinking, well, I didn't sign up for ring lights. But this is the evolution. If you're not on video, do you even exist? Soon we're going to have podcasts that are entirely silent but shot in cinematic 4K and they will still get a brand deal. So that's it, folks. We've covered YouTubers sneaking near Epstein Island, the BBC launching a new AI tool to slice up podcast clips for the algorithm, the United States temporarily losing a zebra and shutting down traffic, MrBeast attempting to dominate dairy on Hot Ones, a childhood entertainer accidentally destabilizing parents everywhere, and influencing discovering the internet can unfollow you faster than you can upload. So clearly, everything is still completely normal. But we haven't told you about our guest today. Oh my God, we've got such an incredible guest for you today. He is a former FBI agent who made the transition into the movie world, from real investigations to real scripts. And he's got some amazing stories to tell us. Tom, you know what to do. Roll 'em!